All right, welcome to our 2026 version of our Christmas story. I am Yo. I am going to be your instructor and also your narrator for this cute, adorable story that features all of the dogs in our tricks class. Let me get started. Today, you and your dog are going to step into the magical world of the North Pole. As I tell the story, your dog will bring it to life by performing tricks, helping Santa, and becoming part of the adventure. This is the story of Luca, which is actually going to be here live, a young puppy with a big dream to become Santa's helper. Only one dog is chosen each year to ride with Santa on Christmas Eve, and Luca has decided to give it her best shot. As the story unfolds, you'll help Luca learn new skills, help solve problems, help show Santa what makes her special. And there's no perfect performance, just teamwork, creativity, and a holiday fun. So let's take a deep breath, grab some props, and open the doors to Santa's workshop because the magic begins right now. All right. So we're going to get started with going through this three-act series. We're going to do it slow so you guys are familiar with the story and the trick. Then we're going to go through it all again, and we'll have it without very many breaks. So the first time through, make sure that you give your dog plenty of breaks in between. Slow down if you need to. Before we get started, let's do a quick little warm up. So let's take 1 or 2 minutes to just warm up with a little sit down, stand, some fetch, and I'm going to spotlight you guys. Very cool. Sit down, stand, and we'll go into our first act in just a second. Don't worry about practicing the tricks that are from the series. We'll do that together. I love the festivities with all of the holiday sweaters and decorations. What's up, Melda? All right. Oh, cute little dance. All right. Give your dog the all done cue and then ask them to go lay down on their mat. Now, it's really important because this is a lot of tricks today that you are asking your dog to recover in between. Make sure you do have some fresh water and someplace nice and soft with traction for your dog to recover between. So let's get started. Luca's Christmas Wish, a three-act interactive tricks class. So before Act One, once upon a time at the North Pole, there was a brand new puppy named Luca. Luca had the biggest dream of all to become Santa's helper. Every year, only one special dog is chosen to ride with Santa on Christmas Eve. And this year, Luca was determined to prove she was ready. Act One, first day at the workshop. So imagine the doors to Santa's workshop opened wide and magic filled the air. It was Luca's very first day of training. The elves showed Luca a giant toy box overflowing with unwrapped toys. Santa said, Luca, your first job is very important. We need these toys separated and ready for wrapping. So here's your tricks for Act One. Remove the toys from a box or toy box. Place toys into a flat board or conveyor belt of some kind, and you're going to sort toys from small and big. So what we want to see is the dogs taking one toy at a time out of an object, a bag, a box, a toy box, whatever, and then placing it someplace else. And you're going to direct them between small and big toys. All right, let's give this trick a try. Now you've had a couple practices over the last 3 weeks. So this isn't new, it's just a little different. Good. Nice conveyor belt. Very good. You can sort them from big and small, or from colors or toy shapes. It's up to you. but we want to see eventually two piles of toys. Go ahead, Bilda. You're good. Your goal is to have 3 to 5 toys, placing the toys from one object to another. You guys should have seen that Bella is pushing the stroller. Sorry, the Santa sleigh. Good. Help out as much as possible. One more minute here. Remember, this is just a practice run. Very cool. Very good. Encourage your dog to get that toy. You could toss it if you need to, but definitely move around with them and show them exactly where you want them to drop it. Keep going. Luca carefully picks up each toy one by one and places them on the conveyor belt so that the elves could wrap them and load them into Santa's big red bag. Well, great job, guys. All done. Go ahead and give them the all done cue. After a long day of work, the elves cheered. It's celebration time. We're going to have your dogs walk nicely and heel, spin away. Remember this one, Deanie? Right hand, right side. Yep. So walk nicely and heel, spin away, circle around the body, and sit pretty. So I'm going to spotlight Deanie. She'll do a live demonstration of these 3 tricks. Walk and heel. Beautiful. Right hand, spin away. So take her across the body, spin away. Beautiful. Good. Around the body. And sit pretty. Yay, Bella. Good job. All right, Melda and Tammy. That was perfect. All right, let's celebrate. Walk and heel. Right hand spin. Take your right hand, Melda. Go across your body with your right hand. Spin towards the camera. The other way. Yeah. Around the heel. And all the way in front of you and sit pretty. Yay! Very well done. Walk in heel. Right hand to the nose. Spin away towards the camera. There you go. Around a heel. Go right to around a heel. In front of you. Sit pretty. Yay! Very good. Nice. Sit pretty. Oh my gosh, Tammy, Luca looks like a lion with that tight sweatshirt on. This looks so cute. Good. Heel, right hand, spin, around to heel. All right. Give your dogs the all done cue once they finish up that last repetition. And let's move on. Remember, this is just a practice round. All right. Santa clapped and laughed his big jolly laugh. Santa called Luca over and asked, "Hey, Luca, what is your Christmas what is your Christmas wish, my little helper?" Luca tiptoed close and whispered into Santa's ear, "My wish is to be the best helper you've ever had and to ride with you on Christmas Eve." All right, so let's see those secrets. You're going to ask your dog to come towards you and then whisper a secret into your ear. Do you guys remember this trick or do you need a little help? So, dog will go over onto your left ear. Perfect. Come across your body. Good, Melda. You're going to use your right hand across your left ear. Left ear. Yep, perfect. Yes, very good. Now, Melda, take a treat in your left hand and bring it into your ear. So you're going to do this at the same time. Your left hand will be behind your right hand. Tell a secret. Very good. Nice job, Luca. Okay, this one was super easy. You got it. All right, that was just a practice round. Go ahead and tell them they're all done. Make sure you've got some water. Santa boomed in saying, ho, ho, ho. After laughing, Santa walked to the fireplace, laid down, and fell asleep. This is a new one, guys. I'm going to throw it in here. Here we go. Luca, the good helper that she is, gently placed a blanket over Santa, making sure he was warm and cozy. So let me spotlight Deanie. I know that Deanie has this trick. I don't think she's done it in a while, but you're going to ask your dog to bring over the corner of a blanket, and then you're going to direct them to bring it over your shins, your knees, your legs. They just have to bring it towards you at first. Then you can have them carry it up and over the body. Deanie, let's have you give this a try. She's going to lay down. Close it up. Good. Even if she just pulls it to you. Yeah. That's all we want to see is basically a fetch to hand, and you are either sitting down or laying down, but something that's, like if you say, hey, can you go get that blanket for me? Very good. All right, guys, let's give it a try. In the story, Luca's being a good helper, and she gently placed blanket over Santa.
Yeah, they're practicing. Yeah. So you go.
Wherever you're at with this one, just practice a few times. So just a fetch to hand, and you're going to place your hand on your knee. Oh, nice. Very good. Good, Tammy. This time you'll place your hand across your body so that the blanket is laid down on your thighs when she drops it. So hold the blanket first, Melda. He doesn't understand. And yeah, he's getting on it like settle. There you go. Hold the corner of the blanket and wiggle it around like a tug toy with him not on it. There you go. Pick up the blanket completely and just give him a corner of the blanket. What I love is the wagging tails. So cute. All right, just a few more seconds here. Oh, very cute. All right, as soon as you finish up your last repetition, go ahead and give your dog the all done cue. And let's move on. At last, it was bedtime. So Luca curled up into her own bed, pulled the blanket over her body, and drifted off to sleep. Tomorrow was going to be a big day. All right, so that's just sending your dog to bed. Option to have them bring their blanket with them. Let's move on to Act 2. The next morning, Luca helped open the workshop doors. So that's the open door. That's a rope to a door of some kind. Today was wrapping day. So let's go ahead and open the workshop doors. So that's Melda is going to use a refrigerator open. Tammy's going to open up a crate door, and Deanie and Bella are going to open up. Oh, perfect. Change the camera angle and show me a real door. Now open the door can be a push or a rope pull. So Melda, you're going to hold that tug toy, yep, right in front of Pino and shake it like a tug toy. All he's got to do is start by putting it in his mouth. Same thing, Tammy, you're going to attach the tug toy or the rope or the whatever that red thing is onto a door. Perfect, Bella. Bella walked, oh, is that Bella? Yeah. Walked right through the door. Nice. Oh, she already brought the ribbon. Oh, she's already moving on to the next part. That's okay, Danny. Go ahead and practice. Open a door. That's it. Perfect. Hold on to it, Tammy. Yep. Yeah. Reward away. Good. Tammy, go on the other side of Luca. So Luca opens the door instead of hitting herself in the body. So toss the treat towards the camera and then move yourself to the other side of the. Now step forward. There you go. Now hold it from there. He's scared of it. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. After the workshop door is open, the next morning, let's see, the elves taught Luca how to hold a box still while bows were being tied. So this is where you put the two paws up on a box and then you tie a ribbon. Right after that, you're going to give them a ribbon and have them wrap a long, skinny toy with ribbon or a cone, or they can wrap the ribbon around you. To do that trick, it's simply hold and then spin. So there's several different options for that. So we've got two wrapping things. One is paws up while you tie a bow. Second, give them a ribbon and see if they can spin around in a circle. Ideally, they spin around you, or like Deanie has, she's got this cool Christmas tree. Let's watch Deanie. So Tammy and Melda take a break. Let's watch Deanie put these two tricks together. So I'll say something like, the elves taught Luca how to hold a box still while bows were being tied. So paws up on the box. Nice. Make sure your box doesn't move, and she ties a bow. So that's the sustained paws up. And wrap long, skinny, beautiful. And wrap long,
Wow.
skinny objects with ribbon. So she's directing her. Just going to go around that way instead. Oops, you forgot your ribbon. Very good. So it's some kind of spin. It could be a spin in a circle. It could be spin around. Walk with her, Deanie. Just see if she'll walk with you. There we go. Good girl, Bella. All right. Any one of those two tricks, you can do both. Beautiful, Bella. Good job, Dee Dee. We're going to keep going. Everybody will practice this now. So just take a couple minutes to practice either one, pause up on a box while you tie a ribbon. You could do a pretend ribbon. Or grab an object. It can be a toy, Melda. Just give Bino a toy and have him spin around with the toy. Or take that red thing off of yeah, refrigerator. Nice. Good. Now, mind you guys, Bella has been doing this at least, I think it's at least a year or maybe even 2 years that she's done this particular trick. So this is not something you can just learn in one session. But the goal is to get your dog to actually pick up an object. And for Pino, he could do paws up on the chair. There's that black chair, I think, in front of me, looks like. You could have him do paws up, put it on the carpet so it doesn't move. Great paws up, Luca. Yes, I was talking to you. All right, great practice, guys. Let's move on. Remember, this is just practice. Now that your dogs have learned how to wrap presents in the workshop, Luca stood so patiently while each present was wrapped perfectly. Suddenly, Santa rushed in. Santa said, "Oh no, we're missing a few toys. Everyone search high and low. Luca to the rescue. Find the missing toys, pick them up, and return them back to you." So This is where you place a couple hidden toys while your dog is looking and ask them to go find the missing toys. We did one toy last time, option to do more. Just show them where the toy is. Maybe ask them to lay down for a second while you hide the toys. Nice job. Search. Search for those toys. Perfect. Okay, everyone's dog has got this one down. Nice. All right. Let's move on. Next, the workshop exploded with cheers. So let me give you guys a little break. So the workshop exploded with cheers. We're going to do a celebration dance. I'd love to see some leg weaves, some jumps. And right after Santa wipes his brow because it's so warm and he's excited, Luca noticed and gently grabbed a handkerchief hanging from an elf's pocket and offered it to Santa. So we're going to do a little dancing with the dog, some leg weaves, some jumps while they celebrate. And then all of a sudden, put a handkerchief or a toy with a little tail in your pocket and then ask your pup to pickpocket from you. All right, let's see you put those two tricks together. So celebration dance.
Test.
Nice. Leg weaves. Good jumps there. Woohoo. High fives. Ooh, good leg weave. Good. Remember to alternate your hands. One hand goes up while the other goes down when they're first learning. Look at that beautiful sit pretty. So cute. Good. After the dance, stick a little wash rag in your pocket and shake your booty. You see Deanie's kind of shaking her booty. And she's pointing over to the toy. There it is. And there's a pickpocket. And Santa wipes his sweat off his forehead. Shake it, Melda. Shake your booty. He's like, what do you want me to do? Good job, Luca. Bella's like, this is so good. All right. Santa smiled. Santa smiled. Thank you, Luca. She was earning some serious brownie points. As the night grew late, Santa gathered everyone. And here is his speech to the whole group. Thank you, my helpers. Get some rest. Tomorrow is a big night. Luca grabbed her blanket and headed to bed, heart full and tail wagging. So we don't have to do that one again because you guys have done it before. Let's move on to Act 3. So prop list for Act 3. Let's see. Toy box, assorted toys. Yeah, we got that. Okay. Let's see. I think Act 3, we did I have to look for it in a second, but I think we did Santa jumped into this, I think he jumped into the sleigh and got the toys into the sleigh, into a basket of some kind, jumped into the sleigh. So let's start off with grabbing some toys and placing the wrapped toys into the sleigh. So let's start with that trick right there. If your dogs are tired, just give them a break. We'll wait till the next when we put it all together. So Act 3, give you a couple minutes to practice that. So taking the toys that are either on the ground or something, and they're going to be placed, the wrapped presents are going to be placed on the sleigh. Okay, so after a few toys into the sleigh, let's have your dog grab Santa's hat and hand it off to her and then hop into the sleigh. So have have your dog hand you a Santa hat. Perfect. Okay. Santa hats are on, or a cap or something like that. Now, obviously, Luca has been chosen. That's a bodysuit, Melda. Now, Luca has been chosen to help deliver wrapped toys down the chimney. So, going to go through house by house. Again, we're just practicing. Now, have your dog take some of the toys and place them through the chimney. So, you've got Deanie over here with the 3 different chimneys because she's amazing. So, toys into the chimney. Perfect. Down the chimney. So cute. Good. Okay. Finish up wherever you're at. Good. One more, Bella. So cute. Okay, together Santa and Luca sneak quietly through the houses all around the world. So sneaks quietly is that middle position, and you sneak quietly and you're telling Luca to shh. You guys look on the screen. I will have Bella and Deanie do this. So that's your middle position. Go ahead, Deanie, let's try it one more time. Sneaks quietly, middle, and she holds a treat by her nose as she gives her the shh sign. Good job. That's so cute, Deanie. Good practice. All right, guys, middle position walk. This is once you got dogs, get in a middle position, reward them there, then place the treat. Just keep luring them with the treat a little bit further away from you as you walk with them in the middle position. Cute. Oh, very good, Tammy. Nice job. Good. One hand down, Melda, and the other one by your mouth saying shh. That's it. Even if it's middle position, that's fine. All right. Last part is at last the sleigh lifts into the sky and heads back to the North Pole for the final celebration. Spin, a leg weave, and happy jumps, our final celebration. Santa kneels down and hugs Luca. You're the best helper I could ever ask for. So, celebration, some spins, some leg weaves, and happy jumps. And then sit with your dog, give them some cuddles, pretend like you're talking to them as if you were Santa, saying something like, you're the best helper I could ever ask for. Good celebration. Good leg weaves there. Cute. All right, everybody give their dog a legit break. Now, what I'm going to do, just mentally, we're going to tell a story. I'm going to tell the story again, and I'm going to tell you what's in bold, what the tricks are, because ideally, and then I'm going to film this last part separately. We're actually going to go live on our Instagram with this last part of the story. So relax for a second, take like a 5-minute break, listen to the story, and I'm going to bold. I need to give you some kind of cue that's like this is a trick without saying this is a trick. So let's do this together so you can take it all in. So the first part is just the narrator of like, the beginning before we go into the act. So you don't need to hear that one part. But the doors open, act one, the doors open to the workshop. Luca steps inside for a first day of training. Santa smiles warmly, welcomes Luca. Today she learns how the toys are being prepared. Here's the trick right here. So Luca helps move the toys from the big box into the conveyor belt so the elves can wrap them and place them safely into Santa's bag, carefully removing each toy from the box and placing it on the conveyor belt, sorting them neatly as she goes. So when I start talking about conveyor belt, that's your cue to do the trick that has to do with toys going from one spot to the other. Now you'll have about a minute to do that while I finish up that sentence. Next, when the work is done, the workshop fills with cheers and celebration. So anytime I say cheers and celebration, you know that you're going to do some kind of like fun stuff with your dog. In this case, I just have you go here. Luca proudly shows off everything she has learned as she walks politely beside Santa, spins away, circles around him, and finishes up by sitting tall and proud, which is your sit pretty. Thumbs up if you've got those tricks. Kind of. Thumbs up. All right. So celebration, just celebrate. Doesn't have to be perfect. When the work is done, the workshop fills with cheers and celebration. Luca proudly shows off everything she has learned as she walks politely. Okay, we did that part. The rest of it is the dog, is the part of the story. And then when it says Luca, Luca gently places a blanket over Santa. That's that trick of placing a blanket over Santa. Fetch the blanket towards you. At last, Luca curls up on her own bed and pulls the blanket over her. So all you can do is after she hands you the blanket, send your dog off to lay down in their own bed. They don't have to bring the blanket to them. I'll say act two. So that was all act one. Opens the door to the workshop. That's that open door trick. Then you go into the wrapping stuff. So then go right into paws up on a box. So Luca helps hold the present steady while the elves work carefully, helping with the long, skinny toys. So each ribbon is wrapped just right. So you do your two toy stuff. So box, two paws up while you tie a bow, and then Deanie, you'll go right into the ribbon around the tree. Suddenly, Santa rushes in. Some of the toys are missing. So when you hear that part right there, start hiding toys because Luca needs to go help find the missing toys and bring them back to you. Then the workshop erupts with joy, and then you hear the word celebrate. That's the dancing with your dog. So that's where your dog can do some leg weave, jump with excitement, totally up to you. Santa gets warm. So that's where you ask Santa to bring over, you ask Luca to bring over a handkerchief for Santa, right? And then wipes the whatever. Luca grabs her blanket and goes to bed at night. The end of Act 2. Act 3 is basically we're going to start off with Santa gets his hat first, and then let's just go right into Luca hops into the sleigh. From there, quietly, that's the Luca slowly and carefully beside Santa. That's the middle position, sneaks, right? Um, oh no, that's sorry. Then Luca carries the wrapped toys and drops it into the chimney. Then they sneak around, they go back and they celebrate again. And then Luca waves goodbye and curls up by her blanket and settles down. If you can get a really cute head down, that would be cute. Okay. Give me, if you guys can let me know. So options 1 or 2, because I know some of you don't have your audio. Do you want to do everyone just does it at the same time? That's option 1. Or option 2, so that you can watch it, is each person goes one at a time. Option 1, everybody goes. Option 2, I mean, we have time to do probably both. Option 1, everybody goes. Okay, how about Deanie said option 2 because she wants to see, and so does Melda. So let's do with option 2. That means we're going to go one by one. We're going to start off with Tammy and Luca. We'll go to Melda and Pino, and then we'll end with Deanie. And then at the end, if you guys want to do it again, we can. So for me to do this, that means I'm going to say the story 3 times. So grab some water and wait patiently. Grab a cup of coffee. I'm going to spotlight myself first, and then I'm going to spotlight Tammy and Luca, but I'm going to go live on our Instagram. So just give me 1 second because this is going to be really cute. So grab all of your props and live. We're going to flip this around. Ooh, definitely not me. Okay, let's see if we can do this. All right, we are live here and we are going to show you our tricks class. And this is our Christmas version of our tricks class. And it's super cute. So we're going to show each of the students one by one. So let me get you there. Okay, so we're going to start off with one of our first and youngest pups. Let me just replace spotlight. This is Tammy and Luca. You guys can see her. There we go. And let me just move you over. I'm just grabbing my phone. All right, here's the Christmas story. You're going to see all of our contestants do this story. So you're going to hear me say this story over and over. So let's get started. Tonight we travel far, far north to the North Pole, where the lights twinkle, the air sparkles, and the magic fills every corner of Santa's workshop. This is the story of a young puppy named Luca. And this is actually Luca. Luca has his biggest dream of all to become Santa's helper. And every year, Santa chooses just one special dog to help him on Santa's Eve, Christmas Eve, and Luca has waited patiently for her chance. Act 1. So here we go. Oops, what happened? Okay, there we go. Act 1. The doors to Santa's workshop open wide, and Luca steps inside for her very first date of training. The room is filled with laughter, music, and giant box overflowing with unwrapped toys. Santa smiles warmly and welcomes Luca. Today she learns how toys are prepared for the children all around the world. One by one, Luca helps move the toys from the big box onto the conveyor belt so that the elves can wrap them and place them safely in Santa's bag, carefully removing each toy from the box and placing it on the conveyor belt, sorting them neatly as she goes. And there she's doing that trick. Very good. Santa smiles warmly and welcomes Luca. When the work is done, the workshop fills with cheers and celebration. Luca proudly shows off everything she has learned as she walks politely beside Santa, spins away, circles around, and finishes by sitting tall and proud. Nice. Santa calls Luca over and asks softly, "What is your Christmas wish?" Luca leans in close and whispers a little secret. "My wish is to be the best helper you've ever had and to ride with you on Christmas Eve." Look at that secret. Santa throws back his head and laughs his big jolly laugh. Ho, ho, ho. After a long and magical day, Santa settles down by the fireplace and quickly falls asleep. Luca gently places a blanket over Santa, making sure he is warm and cozy. At last, Luca curls up in her own bed and pulls the blanket over her body and drifts off to sleep, dreaming of tomorrow. Act 2. Morning comes quickly at the North Pole. Luca hops out of bed and helps open the workshop door as a brand new day begins. Today is wrapping day, and the elves are busy tying bows and ribbons onto presents of every shape and size. So there's Luca opening the door. All right. And then helping with the present wrapping, tying some bows. That's okay, Tammy. We're going to show all three students in class today. There's a bow wrapping helper right there. Suddenly, Santa rushes in looking worried. Some of the toys are missing. Everyone searched the workshop, and just when it seems they may not be found, Luca saves the day as she searches, finding the missing toys and brings them back. The workshop erupts with joy and everyone celebrates together as Luca happily weaves through the legs and jumps with excitement. Very good. Santa wipes his brow. It's warm from all the excitement. Luca notices and gently brings Santa a handkerchief, offering it to him so he can cool off. Santa smiles and thanks her, clearly impressed by her thoughtfulness. As the day comes to an end, Santa gathers everyone close. "Get some rest," he says kindly. "Tomorrow is the big night." Luca grabs her blanket, heads to bed, and falls asleep with her heart full and her dreams closer than ever. Nice. All right, moving on to Act 3. This is our youngest student, Luca. The night the workshop glows brighter than ever. The sleigh is ready, the reindeers are waiting, and Eve has finally arrived. Santa looks around and realizes he could use a little help getting ready. Luca proudly steps forward and brings Santa his hat. With everything ready, Luca hops into the sleigh and settles in beside Santa. Quietly, they travel from house to house, moving softly so no one wakes as Luca walks slowly and carefully with Santa. Nice. At each home, Luca helps Santa by carrying a wrapped toy and dropping it gently down the chimney, spreading joy without making a sound. When the last gift is delivered, the sleigh lifts into the sky and heads back to the North Pole. That's okay, Tabby. That's a lot. Back to the North Pole where they celebrate. Luca joyfully spins, weaves, and jumps one last time. Santa kneels down and smiles at her. You are the best helper I could ever ask for. Luca waves goodbye. You can't see. Curls by her blanket and settles down for a peaceful sleep, knowing she helped make Christmas magical. Very cute. Yay. So let's give a round of applause. Very good. Very good. Okay. Melda, you ready? No? Do you want to do part of it? Want to do the first part? Okay, let's do the first part. All right, so we have Melda and her dog Pino, and we're live and from our tricks class. So let me go back to the act one. I'm just going to give you act one. Are you ready? The door to Santa's workshop opens wide, and Luca steps inside for her very first day of training. The room is filled with laughter, music, and a giant box overwhelming with unwrapped toys. Luca holds the presents steady. Whoops, wrong one. Santa smiles warmly and welcomes Luca. Today, she learns how toys are prepared for children all around the world. One by one, Luca helps move the toys from the big box into the conveyor belt so the elves can wrap them and place them safely into Santa's bag, carefully removing each toy from the box and placing it on a conveyor belt, sorting them neatly as she goes. Very good, Pino. So Pino's learning how to put his toys away. Good. Yay! Good job, Pino. When the work is done, the workshop fills with cheers and celebration, and Luca proudly shows off everything she has learned as she walks politely beside Santa, spins away, and circles around and finishes up by sitting tall and proud. Very good. Santa calls Luca over and asks softly, "What is your Christmas wish?" Luca leans in close and whispers, "My wish is to be the best helper you've ever had and to ride with you on Christmas Eve." Santa throws back his head and laughs his big jolly laugh. Ho, ho, ho! After a long and magical day, Santa settles down by the fireplace and quickly falls asleep. Luca gently places a blanket over Santa, making sure he is warm and cozy. Very good. At last, Luca curls up in her own bed, pulls the blanket over her head, and drifts off to sleep, dreaming of tomorrow. Good job, Melda and Pino. Very good. Yay, there's your round of applause. Very good. Okay, let's take it from the top. Deanie and Bella. And I'm going to have you guys do all three acts. While you get ready, I will start from the very beginning with our introduction. Tonight we travel far, far north to the North Pole, where the lights twinkle The air sparkles and magic fills every corner of Santa's workshop. Today is the story of a young puppy named, and we'll call her Bella. Bella has the biggest dream of all to become Santa's helper. Every year, Santa chooses one special dog to help him on Christmas Eve, and Bella has waited patiently for her chance. Act one. The door to Santa's workshop opens wide, and Bella steps inside for her very first day of training. The room is filled with laughter, music, and a giant box of overflowing, unwrapped toys. Santa smiles warmly and welcomes Bella. Today, she learns how toys are prepared for children all around the world. One by one, Bella helps move the toys from the big box onto the conveyor belt so that the elves can wrap them and place them safely into Santa's bag, carefully removing each toy from the box and placing it on the conveyor belt, sorting them neatly as she goes.
Yes.
There
There you go. There you
you go. Good girl, Bella.
go. Come on. There you go. Put it in there. Oh,
Great job. Great job. And when the work is done, the workshop fills with cheers and celebration. And Bella proudly shows off everything she has learned as she walks politely beside Santa, spins away, circles around, and finishes with by sitting tall and proud. Santa calls over to Bella and asks softly, "What is your Christmas wish?" Bella leans in closely and whispers, "My wish is to be the best helper you've ever had and to ride with you on Christmas Eve." Santa throws back his head and laughs his big jolly laugh. Ho, ho, ho. After a long and magical day, Santa settles down by the fireplace and quickly falls asleep. Bella gently places a blanket over Santa, making sure he is warm and cozy. At last, Bella curls up in her own bed and drifts off to sleep, dreaming of tomorrow. Act two. Morning comes quickly at the North Pole, and Bella helps open the workshop doors. Go ahead, Bella. Go open up the doors.
Oh,
Good job. Bella helps hold the presents steady. Today is the wrapping day, and the elves are busy tying bows and ribbons onto presents of every shape and size. Luca helps hold the presents steady while the elves work, carefully helping with the long, skinny toys so each ribbon is wrapped just right.
that's
Nice. Nice. Suddenly, Santa rushes in looking worried. Some of the toys are missing. Everyone searches the workshop, and just when it seemed they might not be found, Bella saves the day as he searches, finds the missing toys, and brings them back to Santa. She's like, "I'll get everything off the floor." Good job. The workshop erupts with joy and everyone celebrates together as Bella happily weaves through legs and jumps with excitement. So cute. Santa wipes his brow. It's warm from all the excitement. Bella notices and gently brings Santa a handkerchief. Santa smiles and thanks her, clearly impressed by her thoughtfulness. As the day comes to an end, Santa gathers everyone close. "Get some rest," he says kindly. "Tomorrow is the big night." Bella grabs her blanket, heads to bed, and falls asleep with a heart full and her dreams closer than ever. Nice. Act three, here we go. The night, the workshop glows brighter than ever. The sleigh is ready, the reindeers are waiting, and Christmas Eve has finally arrived. Santa looks around and realizes he could use a little help, little help getting ready. Bella proudly steps forward and brings Santa his hat.
You bet. So,
Good. With everything ready, Bella hops into the sleigh and settles in beside Santa. Quietly, they travel from house to house, moving softly so no one wakes as Bella walks slowly and carefully. Good. Go ahead and at each home, Luca helps Santa by carrying the wrapped toys and dropping it gently down the chimney, spreading joy without making a sound.
yes.
So cute.
Good.
Great chimneys.
Uh,
That's all right. Someone's getting a blanket as their gift. That's cute. Santa and his helper Bella are very, very quiet as they sneak slowly and carefully, making sure not to wake anyone up. Nice. When the last gift is delivered, the sleigh lifts into the sky and heads back to the North Pole. Back home, the workshop fills with music, laughter, and celebration as Bella joyfully spins, weaves, and jumps one last time. Santa kneels down and smiles at her. You were the best helper I could have ever asked for. Bella waves goodbye, curls up with her blanket, and settles down for a peaceful sleep, knowing she helped make Christmas magic. The end. Good. Give them a round of applause. Very cool. Good. All right. I was just streaming live for a quick second, so I'm going to end this live and you can watch this on YouTube, the entire video.
Well, he does.
Very good, guys. How'd that feel? Fun. You know what? It's just about fun, just having some good time.
No,
I'll
no.
I'll send you over the script on Messenger so you have the entire act and then it's in bold where the tricks are. So if you want to practice that one more time before Christmas Day and then record the whole thing and share it with us, we'd love to place it on our Instagram story and feature your dogs for sure. But thank you for celebrating with us. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
And a little stressful? It's a time crunch, right? So but it was really fun watching you guys do this. I'm really jealous that my dogs didn't get a chance to do this, but do it next time. All right. Well, have a wonderful holiday, Deanie, John. Give your dogs a big hug and kiss from me and many